Welcome to the Life of Styn, where our goal is for you to take back control of your life, where our goal is for you to achieve your goals. As you can tell, I have upgraded my camera, and hopefully the quality looks good. Hopefully the audio is going good, and I'm starting to get the hang of this, I think. But anyways, today I want to talk about something that a lot of us learned the hard way when growing up. Whether or not we had good role models growing up, we all at some point or another had to learn a lot of harsh truths about reality. And that's being desperate to be loved or not alone, as well as seeking others' approval to feel like we're enough. But first of all, what is love? Now, I'm going to make a distinction about love and lust. Love is complete acceptance of that person or thing or idea. And it doesn't mean that you allow complacency or have to be a part of it. Meaning you can accept something completely and still not engage in it. You can love the venomous snake and appreciate it, but that doesn't mean you have to play with it. And you can love and accept your life completely and still make changes in it. You can accept the now and strive for better in the future. Now, everything is love, but sadly, due to ignorance, which tends to be the biggest problem, is ignorance. Ignorance kills, it rejects, it murders, it hurts, etc., etc. But awareness illuminates and dissolves. So yes, everything is love, but some love is just lower consciousness forms of love. The man hits his woman out of love. The terrorist blows himself up and others out of love. But it's a low consciousness form of love. The man hits his woman because he cares for her and he thinks he's helping her, or he's helping himself, but he is so ignorant in the way that he does this. Now, I'm not saying stay with the guy, leave his ass yesterday, obviously. Don't be complacent, accept the situation, and change what's in your control. The terrorist blows himself up for his family, for God, for his country, and he believes he's a hero. Now, I'm not defending murder or bad deeds, I'm just trying to show you all how everything is love. Whether it's love for other or love for self. Whether it has a high consciousness form of love or a lower. But we need to balance our wisdom with love. If we have high levels of love but high levels of ignorance or a lack of wisdom, we can be very destructive towards ourselves and others. If we have high levels of wisdom and not high levels of love, we end up taking pride in our wisdom, putting ourselves on a pedestal, thinking we're better than others, and our love will be non-existent. And so then too will our wisdom. It will turn to ignorance. Now, survival is love of life. And most do whatever they can to survive. And on top of that, some people do this work to create a higher image of themselves as a quote-unquote wise person, and then survive as that identity. And what's good and what's bad is decided by how you survive. Now, I'll have a topic diving into that further, but let's continue into the main topic. We all want the same thing, to be loved or to feel loved, to be happy, to be enough, to be worthy, etc., etc. But we try to achieve it in the most ignorant ways, and we can't blame each other because we just do the best we know. And the best we know is what we had to do to survive physically and emotionally growing up. Now listen, stop chasing. Just stop. Stop chasing pleasures. Stop chasing acceptance and love. Stop looking for approval from others. When we seek approval through others, we give them the power to decide what our worth is. We lose the ability to give approval to ourselves. So stop being so desperate to be loved. Now, how can we do this, though? One of the most important things I could ever tell you is this. All of the answers are within you. Not without you and not out there. If you ever feel lost, know this. The answers you seek are within you. Give yourself the love you deserve. Give yourself the approval you seek from others. Give yourself forgiveness and allow yourself to be fulfilled in this moment. We are all so caught up in wishing that we were somewhere else, but I guarantee you if you were there, you'd be wishing that you were somewhere else as well. You'd be thinking the same thing. The problem is within you. You can't run from it and escape it. You have to accept it and face the demons, or they're going to follow you everywhere. Now, fear is miles wide, but it's only an inch deep. Once you take the step, you realize that that puddle was not so deep. So start to make the most out of where you are now. I guarantee you, if you find the way to give yourself the love you seek, the acceptance you seek, the fulfillment you seek, you'll know true bliss. And then you'll notice how all things in your life come naturally to affirm that. Change the inside, and the outside has no choice to follow. Okay, perspective is everything. Listen, you're already all of those things, but you just need to tap into it. Are you afraid that if you accept yourself and love yourself and allow yourself to be fulfilled and accept right now that you'll just be complacent? That you'll just accept it and never change? That's preposterous. The one thing that's permanent in this universe is impermanence. Trust yourself. Trust the universe that it's working for you, and be patient. Patience isn't just about waiting, it's about when to step and when to be still. Sometimes in the moment, you can't see why the bad stuff happens. When you lose your job, or why your significant other cheats on you, etc., etc. But it's because life is working for you to give you the version of yourself you wish you were and to give you the things you need. But guess what? It's not going to come how you expect. The ego tries to control everything, and the way things unfold and the linear process to how you get to where you want to be, but that is ignorance at its finest. Your job is to set the intention, set the goals, set the version of yourself that has success and love, and nature will do the rest. What's possible and what's not is none of your business. Nature's going to decide this. Your business is to just work for what truly matters to you. Okay? And come from a place of fulfillment when you decide what you want to do, not from lack. Come from a place of love, not hate when you want to change. Make these subtle changes in your psyche. Try to just be satisfied with right now. Can you just sit there and just be satisfied with what is the case? It's okay if not, but that's super important, because the only time you're actually going to be able to be satisfied with life is when you're satisfied right now, because you only experience an infinite number of right nows. You don't truly experience the present, the future or the past. You experience an ever-present now. But still, make an effort to, change the things you want. Control what you can and accept what you can't. And when you're growing up, you don't need anyone outside of you to love you, to accept you, or anything. Those things are nice, but only you need you to love you, to accept you, to forgive you, to fulfill you. Don't be desperate to be loved. Don't beg another person to be someone they aren't, because you want them to love you the way you want to be loved. And another thing, if they wanted to, they will. They will do it. Whatever it is. If they want to be with you, they will. If they want whatever it is, they will. Okay? And if they aren't, then take that as a sign. Accept yourself and start within. And guess what? The right person's going to come along and love you the way you deserve, without having to beg for it, without having to ask for it. Don't beg someone else to be someone else for you. If they aren't the one, they aren't the one. Move on. Learn your lessons and move on. Okay? True love is acceptance. Lust is pleasure. Lust is temporary. Lust can feel like ecstasy, but lust can be found in the most ignorant ways. Learn to make the distinction. Lust is selfish and only wants pleasure and good stuff for itself. Love is selfless and wants pleasure and good stuff for others. Now let me fill you on a secret that you may not know, but one day you will know how it was the case all along. You are fulfilled. You're loved and you're not alone. You are enough and you can do it. You can do anything you want. You can become anyone you want. You love yourself, you accept yourself, you fulfill yourself, and you don't need anyone else to affirm that for you. And now when others into your life and love and accept you, it's nice, but you don't need it. It's always nice when someone appreciates you or accepts you or loves you, but now you don't need it. Now you can truly appreciate it and love healthier, be loved healthier. You got it. And if you don't believe any of this, you don't have any faith that this is the case, that's okay. One day you will know and you'll be like, holy shit, he was right. At first, I thought he was so wrong and stupid, but now I see he was so right. Put yourself first so that others can thrive. Listen, if I'm 10 times stronger and wiser, doesn't that help the people around me the most? In that way, I'm being selfish for selfless reasons. And it's okay to be both, but find your balance. As always, there are so many topics I could stem off into, and most definitely will be topics in the future, but I try to keep it on track to share the juiciest insights of wisdom I've discovered in this journey we call life. And I try to be a light to show others that they too are candles. They just need to be lit. Even though some days my light's dimmer, even though sometimes there's more shadow than light, listen, I'm not perfect and I'm still figuring it out. But if we can learn from others and run our own experiments, we can achieve our goals to be successful, make the world a better place. We can have our cake and eat it too. Love is acceptance. Wisdom is the key to love, and love is the key to wisdom. Now, if you've made it this far, seriously, thank you. And please thank yourself. You already know, like, comment, share, subscribe, anything helps. Not just me, but the spider web of people it reaches through your interaction. Just like the butterfly effect, sharing one good thing out of good intentions can create an infinite number of good things that we'll never even be aware of. Anyways, take back your life and have the day you were meant to have.